Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I also wanted to let you know that not only do I create content here on Class in the Glass, but I also stream content in my Twitch channel, Mr. Revan7. I play single-player games, multiplayer games, and I also do movie reviews and cartoon reviews as well. I also want to encourage you to check out my Patreon, Class in the Glass, where I offer audio commentaries, full reactions for movies, and also the ability to submit questions for my video casts and podcasts. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and enjoy the video. We're going to start reviewing it right now. I'm talking about Batman Episode 12, chat. It's never too late. Does not feature a typical Batman rogue, chat. It does feature one character in particular, Rupert Thorne, who is part of the comics. Hasn't been featured in them in quite some time. Was prominently used throughout the animated series, but really hasn't been in the comics for quite a while, decades even. I think the last time he actually showed up in the comics was like 2007. Even before that, he didn't show up again until like 80s. So yeah, he's been kind of out of the chat. Dump the juice, do it. Thank you for the one biddy. Thank you for the one being eyebrow. I appreciate that. At least I got one canceled biddy, chat. That's worth it. But chat, we're opening up to these two little street urchins, chat, and they're playing in downtown Gotham City. They're having a great time. They're two little brothers, chat. We got Arnie. You got Arnie and you got Michael. But the thing is, Arnie, he's a little delinquent, chat. He stole candy from the candy store, and Michael, he's a goddamn goody two-shoes. He's like, no, you gotta pay for that candy. And Arnie's like, I don't give a shit. All right, this is my candy. All right, I take. I don't fucking pay for it. I'm not a goddamn jabroni. All right, like you, Michael. You know, I'm gonna own this town someday. All right, listen to me. Michael's like, whatever you say, Arnie. And Arnie's talking all this shit, chat. That he gets his whittle child foot caught between two train tracks, and he just can't get out. And then what's lumbering towards him, chat? It's a train. And little Arnie's just like, oh, fuck me, man. I mean, all that tough talk before, and Arnie's just panicking at this point, chat. It's not looking good for little old Arnie. And he's like, oh, God. And this train's like feet away from him, chat. Pulls his leg out, and he jumps to the next track, and he's fine. The other train rushes by. You feel the force of the wind, chat. The widowed child bodies should have just been blown back. But chat, he's distracted because the sheer sound. But then Michael says, look out! And there's another train coming for Whittle Arnie, chat. And he's just staring at this thing aghast. And he doesn't move, chat. And this thing just, bah! What happened? We don't know. But then, chat, we cut. And we are now in the abode, chat. We are in the bar of Rupert Thorne. Pete's bar, chat. And there's a lot of bad things going around right now in Gotham City. There's a lot of issues with the city. There is currently a gang war between Rupert Thorne, who is the younger, they say younger mob boss. He looks like an old man. He's on death's door, chat. He is morbidly obese. He definitely has the diabetes. He has heart disease. It's like, this is the young buck. Okay, sure. And Arnold Stromwell, chat. Arnold Stromwell. And they're planning his demise. Meanwhile, we cut to the abode of Arnold Stromwell, chat. And he's watching the television, and good old Jim Gordon, chat, Commissioner Gordon of the GCPD, he's saying, yeah, we're in a protracted gang war with these two. What we imagine right now is that, you know, Rupert Thorne, he has the numbers, and he's going to try to take over all these businesses, racketeering, prostitution. Rupert Thorne's going after the whores right now, chat. And Arnold's like, turn off the goddamn television. I don't want to hear this shit. And then his boys turn off the television. And he's talking. He's like, I don't care about that. Where's my son? I'm like, sir, we haven't been able to find your son in days. We have weeks. We have no idea where your son is. He's like, Rupert Thorne must have taken him. We always agreed never to go after families. You know, obviously the family, but the actual families. And he must have him. He wants to do that sit down, right? He's like, yeah, he wants to do that sit down. He's like, all right, call him up. Tell him I'll be at Pete's this afternoon. And he's like, all right, whatever you say, sir. And then, chat, we cut to the bar, and where the actual Pete's, where we were before. And Rupert Thorne's like, okay, so this dumb motherfucker's going to call me in like a half hour. We're going to kill him, okay? That's what we're going to do. And meanwhile, chat, they got some bum. I love it, too. Like, it's supposed to be whiskey, but everyone's drinking orange juice. Orange juice with a little bit of ice. Like, I get what you're doing here, but it's like, it's obviously orange because they can't have it be like a brown color because the censors came in. So you can't make that. You can't make that brown. You gotta make it orange juice. And so all these tough mob bosses are drinking orange juice. I'm like, that's adorable. And so Rupert Thorne, he's talking all these details, and he sees that fucking bum over there. He's like, oh, I don't like that. He tells good old Pete, get the riffraff out of here. And so good old Pete, he goes over, he goes, come on, buddy, get out of there. And the bum's like, oh, shit, yeah, I will. But then he puts a little beeper, a beeper chat, little listening device in the table. He's like, who is this bum? And this person goes out, chat, oh my God, it's Batman. It's Bruce Wayne, chat. He is a master of disguise. As we saw in a previous episode, chat, when he joined the chain gang in rural Arizona. Darkseid, think of vitamin C. Those mobs need their vitamin C. Apparently they do. They need that vitamin C, baby. It's a screwdriver. Could be a screwdriver night, Brownie. You're right. Vodka and orange juice. Yeah, it's a solid drink. It's a solid drink. They could all be drinking screwdrivers. Screwdrivers all around. And so he's listening on their conversation. And all this stuff. Yeah, we're gonna get fucking Stroma in here. We're gonna blow him up with a fucking bomb. We're gonna like burn this thing, make it look like a fire or something. Pete, he's gonna collect insurance money. He'll be fine. I'm giving him a little bit of a few clams as well, so he'll be right as rain. And so Batman's like, "Fuck, all right. Well, I gotta get moving. Okay, my plan is now in motion." And so then, chat, we cut to a church where we see this priest. What's this priest doing? Is he harming kids, chat? No, he's like, no, he's not a pedophile because this one Batman. I would hate to be a priest and then Batman shows up. He's like, oh God, please, I didn't touch him. But it's not that, Chuck. And this priest sees Batman. Batman just goes, Michael, it's time. I need you to be at the location soon. And Michael goes, is this about Arnie? It's like, yep, it's about Arnie. That's one soul I wish I could give up on. But you can't do that. You can't do that, Father Michael, because you have to believe in him. Okay, we can save him. He's like, you're right, Batman, I'll be there. And then, chat, we cut back to Arnold Stromwell, and he's in his car. And we see the car pulling up and stop because the train's coming. And then Arnold just fucking has a PTSD attack, chat, because he remembers, oh, he was the little kid. He was Arnie. That's who he was all those years ago, chat. And he's recalling the event and pretty much how it played out before, but then it cuts, chat, and he fucking comes to, the train passes, and they continue on. They continue on. That's going quickly. I know, right? Well, Batman usually does. And so he goes to the meat chat. He goes in there. And Rupert Thorne, he's like, oh, Arnold, how you doing? Sit down, my friend. Pete, bring out the gabagool and the meats and things. And they bring out the gabagool and the meats and the cheeses, chat, and the peppers. Ooh, the hot peppers, the sweet peppers. Oh, it's so goddamn good. So they got all this shit out. He's like, listen, let's just have a conversation man to man. Let's just talk this out. Our guys can, they can wait outside. Let's just have a nice conversation. Like, let's not get too frazzled here. And Stromwell's like, okay, you can go, guys. And Rupert Thorne, he sends out his guys too. And then Stromwell just loses his fucking mind. He's like, where's my son? Where was it? And he's just like grabbing Rupert. He's like throwing him around like it escalated immediately. And he's throwing Rupert Thorne around the god, just punching him. She's like, whoa. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know anything about your son. First of all, we don't attack each other's families, right? We don't do that. I'm not. This is business, man. This is business. Let's just talk. And Stromwell's like, okay, I'll stop punching you. It's so fucking weird. Bring out the gabagool and the goalies. That's what they do. That's what they say. Where's the traitor? Where is it? You never give it to an ordinary citizen. And so they relax, and Rupert Thorne, he's like, okay, you know what? I know some people. I know some people who can help find your son, okay? This is just like, think of it as a gift to you, okay? So we can ease all this. We can each carve out sections of the city for ourselves. We don't have to keep war of each other, okay? And he's like, listen, I'm just going to go back there with Pete. And I got some of the books back there. I'm going to help him find some books. And he's like, all right, sure. And he goes back there, chat. But then he's like, wait a minute. Because Rupert Thorne would never go out and help Pete. And he's like, it's a trap, chat. Rupert Thorne goes, fuck you. And he locks the door, chat. And Rupert Thorne's like, fuck. And Stromwell's like, oh, fuck. But then, chat, who shows up the last minute? It's Batman. Batman's there. Batman busts on in there. He grabs Stromwell's like, you got to come with me, motherfucker. Where's the goddamn trigger now? And they hop out of there, chat. And then a boom, huge explosion. You know, Rupert Thorne's like, well, that takes care of that. And he fucking leaves with his good old boys chat. Big old crowd gathers around watching this place burn. The police, GCPD, shows up. Kirsten Gordon's there. Harvey Bullock is just enraged. No, he's not even enraged. He's just mourning. That place had the best cannolis. Ooh, I could go for a nice cannoli right now. It's a nice cannoli, a nice Irish coffee. Ooh, that'd be great. He said, Jim Gordon's asking. It looks like it was, and the cops come around. It's like, yeah, this is definitely arson, man. This is definitely arson. Apparently, Stromwell was in the building. Oh, Saul Goodman, thank you so much. Gifting a sub to Midwest Macabre. That was very kind of you. Thank you so much, or Macabre. I call Miss Macabre. Don't put too many onions in the sauce. Don't do it. I only put 3 onions in the sauce. 3 onions. What are you doing? It's just 3 little onions. Yeah, man. Good fellas. Did a review of that a couple days ago. So also the crowd, they see that, the crowd's like looking everywhere. We might see this one guy who's clearly tripping balls. He's either a heavy drinker, chat, he's on the droogs, and he fucking snapped Batman. He sees Batman with like Strum over his shoulder. He's like, fuck, it's Batman, man. He is real. And he goes over to Commissioner. He's like, Commish, fucking Batman saved Strum. He's like, save Strum. He's like, okay. So this was a hit, and Batman saved his life. Good old Batman, chat. Then we cut to the rooftop. Batman has moved, he's moved around a little bit, so he has some privacy with Stromwell. He's like, hey, Stromwell, clearly things aren't going really well for you right now. Why don't you just turn state and reveal all this information, okay? You can save yourself and save your family. Stromwell's like, I'm no goddamn snitch, okay? I'm not turning in state's evidence to my organization or to Rupert Thorne's organization. So, another gifted sub. Thank you to Lucky Dog Podcast. That's so kind of you, my friend. Oh, yeah, we have to do another cartoon poll, I bet. Yep, yes we do, chat. Excellent. Thank you so much. And he's like, I'm not going to do that. And Batman's like, listen, I don't want to hurt you, but I will. And he pulls a fucking fast one, chat. Because Batman's like talking to him while he's doing things. He's like, Trevor's like, I'm not turning state's evidence over. And Batman's like, okay. He grabs him, chat, and he jumps off the fucking roof with him. We're going to die together, buddy. And Trevor's like, he's screaming, but it's okay because Batman has a rope, chat. He lands. Everything's fine. And he's like, listen, to convince you, I'm going to pull a goddamn Charles Dickens on your ass. Let's do the Batman version of A Christmas Carol. So I show you your entire life, how it's played out, and guilt you. It's amazing, chat. This is A Christmas Carol. Because what he does next is like, okay, I'm going to take you to this place that you would probably never go to. And he's like, what? It's a drug help center for people who are getting off drugs. He's like, why do I care about that? Because you used to sell drugs and now you manufacture them to the citizens of Gotham. That's what you do. And I have someone to show you. He's like, I don't want to go there. I don't need to see this. He's like, yes, you do. And he fucking drags him by the goddamn ear. Well, almost. And he goes in there, chat. And he shows him, hey, go ahead and look at the face of that person in that bed. And he goes, and he's like, oh my God, it's his son, chat. And he was hooked on the droogs. He was doing the droogs. And he's like, my God. And then his ex-wife is there. He's like, oh, you finally showed up. Batman told me you'd be here. Batman's like, hey, Stromwell wife. She's like, hi, Batman. And he goes, why didn't you tell me? Because the last thing that we needed was your influence. Because he's getting the help that he needs right now to get off the droogs. Okay? And you would have just taken him out of here. And Stromwell's just like, fuck. My God, my son. Because it's his drugs, chat. He bought the drugs from Stromwell's own people. That's how he got access to them. And he's so fucked up. And Batman's like, listen, we can help your son. We're helping your son right now, but you have to end this. There's so many other people in Gotham who are going through the exact same thing. Dozens upon dozens, if not hundreds, if not thousands of people. Let's help them, Stromwell. End this. And he's like, fuck, fine. We'll go to my office. I'll give you the files. Meanwhile, chat, the news is reporting that Stromwell survived the accident because the fucking crazy guy in the street saw him. Rupert Thorne's like, fuck. All right. Well, Batman's involved. He's going to try to get Stromwell to pull over state's evidence. And so let's go to the locations that he would go to after this. Let's go to his office, and maybe he's there. We can cut him off. We can kill both of them. 2 birds with 1 stone. In this case, 2 bats with 1 stone. Good little funny bit there, Rupert. And so they go over there, chat. We're at the office of Stromwell, and he's pulling out all these files. He's like, here you go, Batman. Here's all the files of my illegal activities and Rupert Thorne's illegal activities too that I know that he did. That just shows proof. And Batman's like, fuck, cool, I'm gonna read these right now. He's like, yeah, you go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, Batman, no peripheral vision, Strumwell reaches behind him for a giant fucking gun, for a goddamn 2-barrel shotgun, chat. And Batman's like, these are all dummy files. And I love this. This is my favorite fucking quote. He says, yeah, they're dumb like you, Batman. I love it. It's so stupid. Oh, thank you, Dark Slayer. And Batman's like, listen, if you, let's not do this. Just help me help you, okay? Do this for your son. He's like, do this for my son. The first thing I'm going to do is take him out of that freakish place and get him the help that he needs, not being intimidated by people like you. I'm not here to intimidate you, Arnold. I'm here to help you. Well, this is all going on. Rupert Thorne's like, it's fucking Batman up there. Fucking kill him. And they fucking throw tear gas in their chat. Arnold, he fucking keels over. Batman's like, shit. Grabs him. Throws out a whole, breaks a goddamn, throws a chair. I love it, chat. Like, he breaks the window and he goes, he throws a chair. Rupert Thorne's like, oh, fuck, a chair. And they're like, stay back. He has a chair. It's Batman with a chair, chat. Very intimidating. I just love that scene. It's so good. And then Batman, he takes Arnold, and they try to get away because there's a lot of gangsters here. And eventually they're all beating the shit out of him. Like, some are going after Stromwell, some are going after Batman. Batman systematically takes all these guys down. Eventually, Stromwell, he ends up at the train yard where he was as a child with his brother. And then who's there, chat? It's Father Michael. And his brother is Father Michael when they were kids. And then Arnold, he gets another flashback. He's like, I'm here to help you, Arnie. He's like, oh, God, I'm so sorry for what happened, Michael. And then we see the full context of the flashback, chat. Because when he jumped onto the next track, Michael grabbed Arnold. He got on the track. He grabbed him. He threw him out of the way. And then he got sucked under the fucking train. He got caught up in the goddamn gears, chat. He got sucked underneath that thing. And he's like, oh, Jesus, I'm sorry, Michael. It tore up your leg. It ate your leg. He's like, listen, man, listen, man, yes, it cost me a leg, but knock on wood. He literally knocks on his wooden leg, chat. It's like, I'm doing fine. I'm fine right now. Now I'm here to help you. You know, Batman has been coming to me for months planning this. Let's end this tonight, okay? Your empire's in crumbles. Your marriage is falling apart, and now your son needs you more than ever. Okay, let me help you. And Arnold's just like, you're right. I've done all these horrible things in my life, and I've not only for what I've done to my family, but for the people of Gotham. I have to help these people. Saul Goodman, thank you again for another gifted sub. You're so generous tonight, my friend. Raising my glass, you're shaking the pillars of heaven. To True Light. And he's like, I'll help you. I'll help Batman. Let's do it. But then who comes up? Who waddles up? Big old Rupert Thorne. He's like, oh, I love these touching family reunions. Let's fucking end it. He gets his big old Tommy gun chap, but before he can do that, Batman's like, fuck that. Batman flies down there, and he just kicks Rupert Thorne in his face. His nose just goes inside of him. It just goes, like right up in there, chap. Like, definitely like brain damage and everything. He goes down, and he's fucking knocked out. And Batman's like, my work is done here. We hear the police sirens coming, chap. Batman, he grapple hooks off. Commissioner Gordon, Harvey Bullock are there, and, you know, Arnold's like, Commissioner Gordon, I like to make a statement. So that, it's revealed, he probably tells all the information to Commissioner Gordon. I was wondering, chap. Actually, hold on. Well, then we cut, chap. Batman, he's overlooking the scene itself. He goes over to the church. He's like, there you go. It's never too, even though you may have done a life of evil, of terrible actions, it's never too late to do the right thing. And that's the episode. It's a good, I actually like this episode a lot, chat. It's like, that's actually a really good message for Batman. Really good message. I mean, just overall, it's a great morality tale. But I was wondering, do you think he went to jail? I imagine so. He served some time. Maybe he was accepting the witness protection. He obviously cut a deal with, like, the DA. Because that's what Batman says. Like, go with the DA. Cut a deal with the DA. Reveal all this shit. So I imagine so. Maybe he did some jail time, but he's in witness protection for the rest of his life. Maybe he has somewhat of a relationship with his son. Definitely not with his wife anymore. But, I don't know. Maybe, hopefully his life will be better. Hopefully the citizens of Gotham will be better. Now that, you know, Stromwell he's done the right thing, chap. But I like this episode a lot. Always was freaked out. I was like, oh my God, that guy's leg was cut off when I was little, when I first saw this. But, yeah, I like it.